Hi, I'm Gina. I'm the Chief of Product for Ovia. I'm also 32 weeks pregnant, and in this episode we're going to be talking about our bodies and our baby's development this week in our pregnancies. This week the baby is the size of a pomelo. It's about 18 inches long and weighs about 4 pounds. Sounds very big. This week the baby has probably a full head of peach fuzz. The baby also has probably a full set of toenails and fingernails, and might even be sucking his or her thumb at this point, which sounds really adorable. And the baby is continuing to breathe and swim in there like crazy. He or she might also be in that breech position with the head down, preparing for delivery. What I learned this week about the baby's development, which I found incredibly reassuring, was that 90% of babies born at week 32 in pregnancy go on to survive. So, I want the baby to stay in there longer, but I found that to be incredibly reassuring. Symptoms you might expect this week. By this point you're probably a pro. You probably know all the symptoms you might expect. But every pregnancy and every woman's different. Some of the most common symptoms reported in Ovia this week: the increased need to pee or urinate and fatigue, followed by backaches and tender breasts and pelvic cramping. At this point in pregnancy, you've reached your peak in terms of blood flow, so hopefully there won't be any new surprising symptoms coming up. A high for me this week was going to get a 3D ultrasound. I just thought it was such an incredible experience. I got to see the baby's face up close. And what was extra special about it is I got to invite my mom. She live streamed in for the whole thing, and she lives out of state, so it was really special to get to share that experience with her, even though she lives so far. And I even learned that the baby has a full head of hair, which I thought was surprising since I was bald for 2 years as a baby. And what's a common misconception about 3D ultrasounds is that everybody gets them at their doctor or provider's office, and that wasn't the case for me. I actually had to go to a separate location to get the 3D ultrasound, and I had to pay out of pocket for it. I thought it was really special and it was worth that extra expense, but I understand not everyone does. Like, some people think they're kind of weird and don't choose to get them, but I loved it. Low for me this week was waiting at the doctor's office. I waited probably an hour and a half this week, and every time I probably wait at least 30 minutes, and I get incredibly frustrated. But afterwards, I was thinking about it and thought, it's nothing to complain about. I'm lucky to be getting healthcare, and my pregnancy isn't very complicated. And I'm about to be a mom, so I really need to start practicing my patience. The product I really loved this week was Tom's shoes. I loved Tom's shoes before pregnancy, but I'm wearing them almost every day now. My feet are so swollen. They look just disgusting. They look like almost any shoe that I put on. My feet look like these stuffed sausages in them. So Tom's are comfortable, and they make me look a little less sausagey. An app feature that I loved this week was the medication safety lookup. That's just in the left menu of your app. I've been having tons of back pain and have tried not to always take pain relievers, but some days I just can't bear it. I'll just grab whatever pain reliever I can find, and the medication safety lookup has been really helpful because I can look it up and see if it's safe to consume during pregnancy. And it's great. It'll give you both the brand name and the drug name, so I can look up Advil or ibuprofen, and it's all the information is there. Come back next week. We're going to talk all about baby's bones. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. I'm just so honored working at Ovia. I get to be a part of millions of women's pregnancies, and I love that I get to share my pregnancy with you guys as well. They're not all cute.
Sweat.
Oh, God. I didn't mean to touch it.